Hello, this is Olga Jevtich. I'm Miss Virginia Senior America 2003. This is Fashion Notes. Today you are going to meet wonderful ladies, one who is a makeup artist. We are going to learn so many things about the makeup. I'm sure most of us make mistakes. I know I do. Probably other people notice, but I don't. So if you would like really to learn how to do it, sit there, relax, maybe take some notes, because this is something that we all should learn, how to put our makeup on. You know, some people can look real funny, or unattractive because they didn't put the makeup the right way. So you are here to learn the right way how to do it. The colors, we are going to talk about the colors and what is in fashion right now, because makeup and fashion are very connected, and it is very important to learn how to apply properly. First of all, I would like to thank you, introduce Mina Child, our guest, and she brought her two models. So she's going to welcome to the show, Mina. It is good to thank you very much for coming today.
Thank you.
And she is going to actually show us how to do it and what she do. Let me ask you first, how did you get interested in makeup?
Originally I was in college for modern dance, and it just so happened that I looked through a newspaper and saw an article on at a makeup school, and it just piqued my interest, and I thought, hey, I'm going to try that. So I did.
And then you found your niche in life, your profession, which you did not actually plan to do it.
Exactly. Didn't plan on that.
So how long you are in, in this business?
Well, I started 28 years ago and worked in a modeling agency, teaching classes and doing makeup for models on the runway. And then we started a family, and so just 3 years ago I flew out to California and took a course in multimedia makeup. I wanted to learn how to do makeup for television. For television and theater, because it's absolutely different than for, of course, for the street. Yes. But we are going to talk mostly of the, street, how to do it. And before you start makeup, of course, it's very important to have like a clean canvas, to have a clean skin. You don't want, to cover with the makeup if you have a problem. So this is the first thing everybody should do, I think, listening to that. That's I know. And then, when you have a nice and clean skin, then you start, applying makeup. So tell us, what is the very first thing you have to do? And then, how to do the rest. But, we have only 30 minutes to cover lots of things, so we'll try to do it as fast as possible. Okay. First things first, you need to make sure that in the evening you take off all your makeup. You have a very clean face.
Excuse me, do you use any particular thing, to clean your skin, or you can do the soap, some good, probably soap. Do you believe in soaps or not?
Yes, as long as they're very gentle.
I do too. Good, thank you.
As long as they're very gentle and they're made for the face. When they're made for the face, they're more gentle. The more organic they are, the better for your face. But the reason that we want to clean our face is because if we don't, then the makeup collects in our pores. And so it's kind of like throwing something into a hole. The more you throw something in there, the bigger that hole gets. And so
listen to that. This is important. We don't want holes.
Right. So it's very important, because if we don't take our makeup off at night, then our pores expand. And pores are
Listen, ladies, this is very important. Before you go to bed, no matter how tired or maybe drunk, just kidding, you are, Just take your makeup off, and then, you know, put your night cream, or even better, you know, even nothing, it's better than if you have a, you know, makeup on. And then tomorrow, of course, you know, you have to put your moisturizer and then makeup. So before you put your makeup, do you put some kind of base on your face before you put actually foundation?
Yes, and before I do that, in the morning, and people have their different routines, morning or night.
Of course.
But I just want to stress the importance of clean and smooth skin. So if you can use an exfoliator before you put on your makeup, then you create a very nice glow. You have taken off the dead skin, the cells that have built up over time. The older you get, the more important it is.
And how often you should do that?
So when you are young, teenagers in your 20s, you want to exfoliate once a week. The more dry your skin is, the more often you want to exfoliate. When you are of more mature years, you can exfoliate daily because your skin tends to be more dry when you're older. So very, very important. It gives you a really nice glow to your face. So once you have done that, then before you put on the makeup, you want to create a barrier between your skin and the makeup. Primer is used.
Primer, this is what I was talking about.
Primer is used. It is, to give you an example, when you put up drywall, you always prime it.
Prime it.
You want to, it creates a smooth base for the drywall, and then you apply the paint. Same thing with makeup. Your face is the drywall. You put primer on to create a smooth base, to help with the wrinkles, to help close the pores, and then you apply the makeup.
And it's like a eye cream. Well, this is another thing, but I'm sure you can give us an advice about the eye cream. Do you put the eye cream? This is something probably very important because the skin under the eye is very different than the skin, you know, on our cheeks. So it should be actually the eye cream specially made to be for under eye.
Exactly.
Or you can, you know, there's so many different theories, of course, and so you suggest that you should have a separate eye cream and separate, you know, moisturizer or night cream for the rest of the face.
Yes, exactly. You're correct. Eye creams are made specifically for the eye area. If you put cream that is not made specifically for the eyes, you're taking a risk that first of all, it may get into your eyes. It's too strong for your eyes. The formulation is more conducive for the eyes if you use eye cream. You just need to be careful. The face cream might be too strong to use around the eyes, especially for people that have allergies. Very important.
Yes, that's another thing that, you know, people should be concerned. I have some, you know, allergy to, they don't even know from where does it coming. So this is something that really people should be careful about and, you know, try the product. Luckily, there are some, you know, products specially made for, you know, allergic skin problem.
That's right.
But anyway, first thing first, then you have a clean canvas. So what do you do? You do first. What do you do first? You know, when you start doing makeup, because you have perhaps, you know, in the morning before you go anywhere, you have like a 10 minutes or so to do it. So what do you do first?
The first thing I do after cleansing and exfoliating, I apply moisturizer. Moisturizer for the face, moisturizer for the eyes.
Okay.
Next, I would apply primer.
Primer, okay.
And then your foundation.
Foundation. And how do you know which foundation is really matches your skin? That's the real tricky.
Very good. Yes. What you need to do, first of all, is be in good light. You would take 3 different colors that you thought were closest to your skin tone. You would apply those 3 colors on the side of your cheek. 1, 2, 3. The one that blends in closest to your skin tone is the one that you need to use. Now, that being said, say it's summertime. A lot of times your face
it's a hot and humid weather.
It has a different tone than your neck does. So if your neck tends to be darker than your face, then you want to apply the 3 swatches of foundation across your neck.
Yeah, otherwise it will look like, cut it, from here,
yes, you'll
it will look different.
2 different tones. So, so when it is not summer, the cheek is good when you know that you're not tan. But if your neck is darker, like I said.
Okay, after foundation, what do you do?
Okay, after the foundation, you apply concealer to the different areas that you need concealed. You can also apply highlighting lotions. There are different places that people normally highlight. Those would be the triangles of your face here.
And you have to do like, do you do your eyebrow, before everything else, or you do it, your, eyeliner, and what do you supposed to do first?
I think that's personal preference.
Or it doesn't matter, really?
It doesn't matter. I think eyebrows should come. My personal preference would be to have the eyebrows come last, and just because you've done everything already. You can highlight. You can highlight under the brow bone after you have applied powder or liner to your eyebrows after shaping them.
Well, maybe we should start, start on the model to do something because, this is only half an hour that we have to cover so many things. And, it's so educational, and maybe you take a note. It's a good idea to, because we always learn something from our guests. So this is the model on the left, and maybe she, is it okay if she
Yes.
Allowed to be put the makeup on. So she, she has just a plain, face now without any makeup. So she's going to demonstrate how to so we will see the big difference, before and after, of course.
Okay. What I have done with these models, because of the amount of time that we have, is I've already applied their primer, their foundation, and their concealer. On Kate here, I have done one side of her eye. I have done her left side. So I will be applying the right side just to show you how
it's different.
I did that.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So the first thing you need to do is base the eye, the skin above the eye. So we naturally have undertones that create shadows, or maybe we have pigment, purple pigment, pink pigment. We want to cover that up so that so that we have a nice smooth base of one color, and that way the eyeshadows are more true to color when you see them in the palette.
That goes on top of that. This is a trick.
Yes.
I hope you noticed this. I did not know that. Good.
Yes.
I learned something.
So, so this is called a paint pot. The reason I like something like this is because it's of a thicker consistency. It stays put better than foundation does. And it helps your eyeshadow not to crease. Many people have that problem.
And it will last longer.
It will last longer, right. So it's a base, and you just apply it to the lid. And all the way up to the brow bone.
Is it true that when you put the color, some eyeshadow, that the lighter color should be under the brow?
Yes, most definitely, and it should always be matte, never shiny. The reason for that is, well, people take a lot of selfies these days, pictures of themselves, cameras. the light from the flash, it will always be attracted to what shines. So you want any focus to be on the eye.
So no shine, ladies.
On the eye, not under the eyebrow.
Okay.
So that you want to keep that color matte, but yes, it needs to be light, light color. Okay.
And eyeliner then? Is it the next? Is it eyeliner?
Actually,
I think most people have a problem. I do have a problem to put the eyeliner because, I don't put it, close enough so it has a gap, which really looks bad. And sometimes, I do it right, most of the time I don't. And it has a gap underneath and it really doesn't look, it looks funny. But, you really have to take time to do it because with eyeliner. And I think most people make mistake with the eyeliner.
Yeah.
And so what do you do now?
So what we're going to do, and this is universal to everyone. This is an eyeshadow look that is universal to everyone. As you can see in this eye, Kate's, the color of her eyeshadow is light, right here. Then the color of her eyeshadow is darker on the outside corner of her eye. It's also darker in the crease. And then in the middle, you have a light highlight. And the reason for that is that it makes your eyes
Let me ask
pop.
you, she's a blonde and the other model is brunette. So how do you distinguish this? Do you do the same thing or more something for the blonde than for brunette? What is the rule?
Okay. Well, because Kate is more fair-skinned, the colors can be lighter on her, and you can see them more vibrantly. On Maybelline, the colors need to be a little darker because the skin tone is darker. Yes.
And the same with lipstick, is it true or not? Or it could be really anything?
With lipstick, it's personal preference, but if you have very dark skin, you are going to want to conceal your lips so that they are light, and then you can apply the lipstick. A lighter color tends to look better on very dark skin. Because you're creating a contrast and dimension. If your face coloring is dark and your lips are dark, there is no dimension to your face. So you need to create some kind of dimension, whether that is highlighting inside of the middle of the lip. Sometimes you put a lighter color in there and that gives you dimension, or you put a lighter lipstick on.
Did you hear that? I did not know.
Yeah. So what I'm doing with Kate is I'm going to apply this lighter color to the inner corner of her eye. There's a trick here. If you want your color to be more vibrant, you can wet the brush, actually just spray a little water.
So do you use like any greenish or blue or any, or it just, I know it was a craze like in the last year or year before about the smoky eyes. I don't know if it's still on or not. And I think it's sometimes some people look dirty, but if they don't apply probably properly. But then I don't know what's in now. Right
now, dark smoky eyes are not in. Light smoky eyes are. Colors in browns and purples are what is in right now. So at the New York Fashion Weeks, you will see a lot of nude lips, nude colored lips, skin toned eyeshadow, contouring, bronzer as the blush more than a strong pink or peach color, but bronzer seems to be something that they used on their cheeks to contour.
What about blush? Blush is most important, I just wanted to, there are so many maybe things in between, but I know blush is very important, and I'm sure we had makeup artists before, and I think, they said, the last thing you should put on is a lipstick, because then you really see the difference. Is that, I don't know if this is true or not.
Again, I want to say that that's personal preference. I don't have a method or a process that I use. Some people like to do the eyes first, and then that way they can see how dark to put the lipstick on, like you're talking about. Some people like to do the lips first, and you can gauge how dark you want to put your eyeshadow on. I think it's just personal preference.
I see. Okay. Yes. I do lipstick, the last one.
You do the last one.
Somehow. And then I said, oh, wow, it's much better now.
Yeah. Well, right now what I'm doing is I'm putting a matte brown color
brown.
In her crease. Okay, by putting a dark color in your crease, you create depth to your eye.
I see. Would you put the same color on the brunette model? Or not?
I would need to go, I can do that. If I want a lighter look to her, yes. If
so
not,
that will be appropriate.
Yeah, you can put the same color as. It depends on how light you want the eye to be. If you want it to be darker, then of course you're going to put a darker color in there. Now, when you put
would you call this like a spring or fall?
This is
fall
definitely fall or spring look. Fall this year, the trends are
like a purplish,
browns, purples and browns. Also, we're seeing cobalt blue, like Maybelline's wearing.
Oh, okay. I think she'll look wonderful with cobalt blue, And they said, sometimes, the makeup is really very personal thing, and there is no actually, any rules, and blue, they said, this is kind of for 60s. But anyway, we have so many things, to cover. And we didn't even cover absolutely almost nothing. Just trying to understand the makeup, how it's done. And I wish we can, have more time to understand, but anyway, tell us, quickly about, also.
So I've applied this dark color to her crease, and then I have taken it down into a triangle here, and that you want to make an edge, but you will eventually blend it. Kate has a lot of room between her crease and her eyebrow, so you want to take a matte, kind of a medium color, like this one, or a medium lighter brown, and apply that right to this area here in between the crease and the brow. Again, matte, so that the light does not focus on that
but
area.
It's accenting actually in the corner, on the outer corner of the eye, more than inside. Is that right?
Well, we will add some darker color on the outside
Okay.
corner of her eye, but right now this is just mainly to pull the eye together because there's a lot of room between the crease and the brow, so we're pulling this eye together.
What about the blush? I'm sorry if I'm rushing you, but I just would like to know about the blush.
The blush.
Which way? Because some people put it in the wrong. I'm sure I do too. I would like to know the exact line. How do you put the blush? And also on the brunette, I would like to see blush.
Yes, definitely. So, I will. I'm actually doing the blush on her, so that's perfect timing. What I've done here, though, is put a little bit of a darker color right in the corner that accentuates the outer corner of her eye, and this is very universal for anybody.
It is a kind of light purplish.
We have some browns. We have some brown pinks. Yeah, some browns and pinks. And then we want to highlight. You're talking about highlighting under the brow. So
highlight with the, I was right. Good.
Yes. Always take a matte color to highlight under your brow. So we're going to take this. We're going to put it right under her brow here. Again, we don't want the light to be attracted under her brow. This highlights
Yeah, it
this
looks
area.
really nice.
We want to blend it. Blending is very
Blending
important.
it. So you have to actually use the brushes all the time. Is that? And also, you know, I wanted to know how to take care of the brushes, but we don't have time. I would like to see
You like
a
to
little
see-
touch on
Okay.
our other
Yes.
brunette model.
Yes.
But
Do
she needs blush. And let's see blush on our
You
brunette
want me to put
model.
blush on the brunette model?
You know,
Okay.
put the blush on our brunette model.
Okay.
That's all time we have, unfortunately. You know, if you,
Something.
I would like
Okay.
to see that, and
Okay.
I'm really, you know, so grateful that you came today and with the models, you know, to show us all this technique that we should know, and I hope you know turn again to another exciting artist from our area. And right now, I'm sure you'll learn many things today with our makeup artist, Mina Child. And she's very well known in this area, doing for the fashion shows, and she's going to New York to the Fashion Week, and she was here in the DC for Fashion Week. This is Olga Jevtich reporting for Fashion Notes. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to tune in again for exciting exciting artists from our area. And I would like to thank again our guests for coming today. And you can see the difference with the makeup without makeup. And you see in the magazine there's some stars with makeup and without makeup. And you can see, they cannot believe it's the same person because, you know, without makeup they don't look really like a person that you know with the makeup. So that's why makeup is very important. And for you guys, see, if you are watching, see what we are going to be doing to look more natural. So you have to understand, waiting to go out for your ladies in your life, what we have to do to look natural, to look beautiful. And thank you
And that
very
is
much.
the key, you know, looking natural.
Yeah, yeah. I would like to see
Yes.
her.
So-
to see her blush.
Yes, what I have done, and right now the trend is to have a very neutral cheek. So we've applied bronzer. Turn your head for me, Maybelline. Thank you. We've applied bronzer
You
to
can still
the
do it. Yeah,
to the
it will
bottom.
be on our yeah.
right there under the cheekbone. This creates a contour, so it looks like her cheeks are stronger.
How it's done. I see.
Yes, and then I've applied a little bit of blush right above it. Okay. What you want to do is do it in the shape of a C. So you start here on the apple of your cheek, well, not too far in, because you want to leave this triangle here lit. So you don't want to start too far in. So you start on the apple and you do a C. It's almost like a check mark, like a Nike mark, and you move that up. So